Alright, so I'm going to try not to get too awfully long-winded here. Be too boring. I'm going to fry some chicken. Alright, I'm no master at this or anything. I just, I don't know, I've probably fried several batches. I started off in the house, but here's the deal. I fried some Canadian goose out here on an open fire, just like this. And interestingly enough, it started tasting like bacon. So I said, well, if I fry chicken on the open fire, it should also get that that smoked flavor. See, here's a little stick of oak firewood, and there's some red cedar, interestingly enough. I've read where some claim it's poisonous to cook meat on it. I don't know. It tastes incredible though, the smoke that it gives off. Anyhow, when you fry chicken like this, deep fry it over an open fire, the crust on the chicken tastes just like you might have fried it in bacon grease. I mean, it's incredible. It will just it really is. I believe I was telling Swamp Rat about it in that B-Source chat room I don't know, several nights ago. I told him he's crazy about this cast iron stuff. He's got just a whole pile of cast iron pots. Last time I saw one of his clips on YouTube, and well, I got to messing with this one. Grandma's had this one right here sitting on a little cast iron stove that's been around as long as I have. And, well, I seasoned it the other day and started playing with it some. Anyhow, I started off frying it in the house with soybean oil, and it's got a little funny taste to it. So then I read that a lot of the restaurant places use peanut oil, so I switched to that. And then the other day, after frying a batch like an idiot, I hit the pot on the side of the cinder block and dumped out most of my peanut oil, so I'm going to add a little bit of this soybean to it if I need to. But I reuse that. Both of them have been reused several times, and it doesn't hurt a thing. Just pour it off and then throw away all the junk that's in the bottom of the pan. That's what I've done. But peanut oil is the route to go. That stuff is fantastic. Now, whether or not you're clogging your arteries all up, well, I guess that remains to be seen. Anyhow, I got this thing heating up. I'm going to try to put a layer of seasoning on it before I get started. And yeah, then next clip I'll get to the breading part. It's kind of a nasty rainy mess out here today. There's some turnip salad that's blooming right here beside the house. The old fig bush about ready to wake up. Alright, let me get with it here. So this is where we're at now. I got the oil heating up, and got the chicken, and that right there is flour, paprika, garlic powder, onion, salt. But I found out if you put salt in that, it's absolutely useless. You need to salt it after it's done frying, or else you won't taste a bit of it. Black pepper, yeah, but you could make that out of whatever you wanted to, really. And for the chicken, you're drinking you a little brew or something, pour that over top of it, and shake it up in that bag right there, and drop it in the grease, and that's it. Either that or some people do milk and eggs to wet the chicken before you batter it. But yeah, I don't guess it's any point in video on any of that. Show it to y'all frying here. Here we are about 20 minutes in. I had one too many pieces of chicken, tried to force that in there, so it's overflowing a little. But it will fuel its own fire to a point. You don't want to let that stuff get out of hand. That's a gallon of fuel right there that could, yep, cause quite a decent little fire. Anyway, about 25 more minutes, we ought to be good to go. And when I take it out of the grease and let the grease drip off of it, I will salt it down then. Evidently the salt in the bread, and you know, if you try to do it that way, it goes to the bottom of the grease and you lose it all anyhow. So that much I've learned. Here we are. So now we're talking. About 10 minutes away from being done. Yeah. Here we are, just about the 45-minute mark from the time I got done dropping it in the pan. What I'm going to do is stick each one of them, pull them out of there and salt them, and then set them on that little screen deal to drain. And the trick is, once you get them all out to grease, stick that in a plastic bag, Walmart bag or whatever, and let them steam for about 15 to 20 minutes and cool off. And as they do that, that crust right there will soften up to where it won't break teeth or anything. You don't want that stuff so dry that you risk breaking a crown off or something like that if you got them. You know. So here we go. Well. So there we are. One plate full of artery clogging goodness. Redneck fried chicken. That's what I told them on Facebook a while ago. I'm going to try to get this thing uploaded pretty quick. I'll tell you what though, that is some fine eating. That ain't no joke about it. That right there, it'll just about put Kentucky Fried Chicken to shame. And you don't have but just pennies tied up in it. Go to Walmart and get you a bag of that. It costs $7.50 here. It's a 10-pound bag of leg and thigh pieces, and you just chop that leg off the thigh, and then there you go. And it ain't bad. Figured somebody would like that stuff anyway. I don't know. If you don't, forget about it. There it is.